Welcome to Southern States Wrestling. I'm Dakota Booth, your host for this evening. We've got an awesome program lined up for you guys, including a rarity seen on TV, and that's the Southern States title being defended by Eric Darkstorm against challenger Thorn. We're also going to take a look at some of the destruction the tag team champions Frank Parker and Scott Sterling have caused here at SSW over the past 3 years or so. We've got some news on some awesome upcoming events, and Misty James will be here to give us an update on how her husband Beau James is doing. But right now, let's throw it down to the ring for the Southern States title match.
Bell's gone, match is underway. Heavyweight Championship Southern States Wrestling on the line here. Heavyweight champion Eric Darkstorm taking on Thorn in this matchup. Should be a tremendous matchup. Joe Wheeler here along with Randy Hales. And Randy, I tell you what, sit back, take a deep seat. This should be a great contest right here.
Eric Darkstorm regained the championship last month against Kyle Matthews. Had issues. This Thorn, has come back into the area with a bad attitude and slapped Kyle Matthews, and then attempted it with Eric, but Eric slapped him, and Mac scheduled the championship match. Thorn challenged Darkstorm. Darkstorm says, "You talk to Mac." And Mac booked the match. So that's where we're at, and this has been fast-paced, this has been exciting, and this has certainly been championship action here with Eric Darkstorm, the champion, defending against Thorn, one fall with a 1 hour time limit.
Should be a tremendous matchup. Of course, Eric Darkstorm coming off a series of absolutely incredible matches with Kyle Matthews. I tell you what, those guys set a standard to be upheld for any wrestlers anywhere. The intensity, the competition between those two guys, absolutely incredible. As Darkstorm, of course, won the 60-minute Iron Man matchup, narrowly defeating Kyle Matthews. But one of the biggest things, Randy, I think, that came out of that feud between those two, at least at this point, is Eric Darkstorm turned the corner. He finally started showing some very well due respect to Kyle Matthews, and I think that show of respect has earned our champion Eric Darkstorm a lot of respect, not only from me but from many of the fans as well.
Obviously a different reaction to Eric this week than the last month at the big event where Eric regained the title. And I think, he's a tough kid. There's no doubt about it. He's an absolutely tough kid. He's always been a tough kid. He has great size, and he has a future. I mean, he's absolutely a sensational athlete. Like a lot of young people, they get thinking they know more than they do. They get thinking that they can do things any way they want to do it. And it comes a point where people grow up in age, and maybe this is what's happening with Eric, that it's just coming to him a maturity level, because as an in-ring competitor, he's very good. He's excellent. And Thorn, though, is a very tough challenger. So, you can just flip the coin. I have no idea who's going to win this match.
Oh, yeah, this could go either way real fast, as Thorn, definitely a tremendous competitor, laying those knees in on Eric Darkstorm right there, and now dumping him out to the feet of Brian Michaels. And Michaels here putting the boots to him as he's taking it to Darkstorm here now, choking him. Oh, Darkstorm literally sent him flying there with that elbow to the midsection. But now Thorn's coming out. Darkstorm's out on the floor. He tripped the leg of Thorn right there, and Thorn crashing into the apron of the ring there, and that's where all the big supports are to hold the ring together. So he hit one of the hardest spots he could right there, and Darkstorm got a 2 count out of that. But Darkstorm right back in on his man, got that hammerlock position as the champion is in control.
Eric has not lost his mean streak. I don't think he needs to. I think that he needs to be aggressive. I think he needs to go right 100% right at Thorn, because this is unusual for Eric, considering who he's been wrestling lately. Eric is not used to having to strategize against a manager in the corner. Am I correct with that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir.
And in the situation, he has to watch for it. It didn't work a few minutes ago, but he has to watch and be ready for that interference. A big knee right to the face by Thorn. Thorn goes for a pin attempt. The Darkstorm comes out with the able to get out of it. Now a front face lock by Thorn on the Southern States heavyweight champion.
Absolutely. Eric Darkstorm is in trouble at this point in time. And great point there, Randy, as Darkstorm absolutely is not used to having to deal with a Brian Michaels at ringside like he is in this contest. So things have definitely changed for the champion. And that's part of being a champion, is you have to face all comers in all situations in order to keep that title. Darkstorm now created separation, ducked under that clothesline. But he got caught right there by that knee coming across as Eric Darkstorm finds himself in trouble. And you know, one thing I got to say about Eric Darkstorm, a lot of the fans, got to roll up here, and got a quick one count out of that when they were in the ropes. But Thorn right back on his man, choking down and pulling at the facial features, and here comes that third man in the match. Michaels now over there choking Darkstorm across that bottom rope. But the point I was going to make is I know a lot of the fans definitely were not cheering for Eric Darkstorm in his matches with Kyle Matthews, but the change that's come about on Darkstorm, has been tremendous. And Thorn right there just dropped a forearm right across his throat as he was draped across that apron. Randy, that's dangerous stuff right there.
Absolutely dangerous stuff. Thorn is one bad dude, no doubt about it, but Darkstorm is a tough kid also, and he's going to have to, he's in trouble, no doubt about it, foot on the rope, and it was broken up at the count of 2. But, you know, it's just a change because Darkstorm is used to competing against people like Kyle Matthews, that scientific wrestlers. They'll fight you, but the basic style is scientific wrestling. Now, kind of Eric is competing with somebody that fights the style that he's used to dishing out, not receiving. So this is interesting.
Definitely a big change of situations for Darkstorm here. Thorn caught him right there, spinning neck breaker. And now in for a cover. He's got the champion down, but only a quick 2 count there. As now with a blatant chokehold, and this is something he never had to deal with Kyle Matthews, because Kyle Matthews would never choke a man like Thorn is doing right now. But Randy, that's going to show what kind of champion Darkstorm is if he can overcome these odds and overcome these adversities and prove even more so that he deserves that title.
Absolutely. Now a snapmare takedown, and he goes to the reverse chin lock. Eric Darkstorm making his first championship defense since regaining the title from Kyle Matthews. Now, Eric Darkstorm in the last, year or so has dominated the championship picture here. Tremendous wins against a lot of people. That 1 hour match had to take a lot out of him, and here he's going against the rugged Thorn in this championship match. I'm not sure, because an hour takes a lot out of you. I don't know if he's at full strength, but he's back in this. A beautiful drop kick, fantastic move. He shoots him into the rope, catches him with the big leg kick, and all of a sudden Eric Darkstorm is turning this around, and now he's the aggressor. He's taking control, and he shoots him in a reversal there. That manager again. Same thing, the third time during this match that's happened, but he charges, and out of the ring he goes. So Eric outsmarted him there.
No doubt about that, as Thorn now being brought up on the apron here. Darkstorm looks like he's going for a suplex. Brian Michaels again interfering. Darkstorm kicked him right there, but that allows Thorn to get to that top rope. He caught him right there, fly across body. Darkstorm rolled him through. This could do it.
He got him. And Eric Darkstorm retains the championship, and they're all over him. The manager and Thorn is getting up. He's all over him. He retains the title, but this has turned chaos trip. quick. The referee is nailed, and Eric Darkstorm is in big, big trouble.
Darkstorm definitely in trouble here, Randy, no question about that, as Brian Michaels and Thorn are basically having their way with him at this point in time, as Thorn comes across and caught him with a huge shot right there. The champion has won this match. He's retained his title, but he is the victim of an all-out assault here, absolutely uncalled for. We need to get some help out here for the champion, as there's no excuse.
We don't know because of Eric's attitude up until the last month if he has any friends in the back. This is terrible. Somebody does need to come out. Thorn walks out of the ring. I don't know where he's going. He grabs the championship belt. He did not win the title. What's he doing? He did not win that championship. Eric Darkstorm defended and retained the title, but it is not over. He has that belt, and man, he slammed it. He nailed him, and Eric Darkstorm is taking a beating. He's out on the floor. He may be knocked out.
All right, wrestling fans, Joe Wheeler here in the locker room area. I'm looking for Thorn and Brian Michaels after this attack that they have perpetrated on Eric Darkstorm, the conclusion of the matchup. Gentlemen, and boy, do I use that term loosely, I guess y'all are real happy with what you've done. You left Mr. Darkstorm laying there a bit, Thorn.
You know, it don't matter if it's Eric Darkstorm, Kyle Matthews, Beau James. It don't matter. I left them all laying. You know what? Did Eric look like a champion laying next to that ring out there? Did he, Brian?
I don't think he did.
No, you know what he looked like? Looked like a chump. He's not the champ. He's a chump. Darkstorm, look in your TV, son. I'm talking to you. I'm coming for that belt. And I'm going to take it. Just like I took your pride and left you laying out there clapping them hands, all them ungrateful people. You want to act like they're your friends now? Are you stupid? What's wrong with you, boy? They're not your friends. We're not your friends. No. You have no friends. You have the Southern States Wrestling heavyweight title.
You have a target on your back is exactly what you have, Eric Darkstorm, and we're coming to hit that target right in the bullseye.
Couldn't have said it better, Brian.
These guys are definitely gunning at your heavyweight champion, Eric Darkstorm. A lot more to come from this situation, fans.
Calvary Baptist Church, 1238 Pine Street, Kingsport, Tennessee. Regular schedule of services: Sunday, 9:15 a.m. for Bible study fellowship class for all ages. 10:30 a.m. worship. 6 p.m. blast for children, wake for youth. Sunday night life for adults. Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. children and youth activities. 3D Bible study for adults.
If you are part of a nonprofit organization, listen to this. You now have the opportunity to bring the wrestling TV stars to your town and make money for your group. Over the past 2 decades, Southern States Wrestling has helped raise money for church groups, schools, ball teams, volunteer fire departments, children's hospitals, Ronald McDonald House, scout troops, and many more. Our staff is waiting to hear from you and get started on what could be your biggest fundraiser to date. Southern States Wrestling and your group are the perfect tag team to raise the funds you need. Another big night of national TV stars comes to the Tri-Cities on Saturday night, March 1st, when Spike TV's TNA Impact Wrestling returns to Freedom Hall. The 4th and final Ted Allen Memorial will be held Saturday, February 8th at 7 p.m. in Bayfront Middle School in Villa Rica, Georgia, featuring stars and legends from across the southeastern United States. Friday night, February 21st, will be the Southern States Wrestling 23rd Anniversary Spectacular. Linview Community Center in Kingsport, Tennessee, we're coming your way. Stay tuned as we start announcing matches next week. Again, that's Friday night, February 21st, is the Southern States Wrestling 23rd Anniversary Spectacular at the Linview Community Center in Kingsport, Tennessee. Be there!
Joe Wheeler here with SSW heavyweight champion Eric Darkstorm. And Eric, you had a hard-fought matchup with Thorn tonight. Little bit different situation you were facing with Thorn and his manager at ringside, but things didn't work out too well for you, Eric.
No, they didn't. And, you know, usually I'm the one that leaves people in and beats people up. So I got to say this is a new role for me to be in. But, you know, I know what the deal is now. I know what it is, Thorn. And you got a score to settle with me. You're coming for the belt. You know, that's cute. And the belt's right here. You might have left me laying. I smacked you in the face, and then you smacked me back in the face with my own belt. I get it. So let's say we're even now. And you know where to find me, obviously. And that little weasel, Brian Michaels, I got something for him, too. I don't back down from any challenges. I'm going to see these guys again soon, hopefully.
No doubt about that, Eric. And it was surprising to see you in that situation. But the fans were rallying for you, man. They were cheering for you as they definitely are seeing that you are a true champion and you'll fight any comer heading your way.
You know, I think they believe in me because they know that I'm legit. And what I do out here is for real, and I'm here to hurt people, and they've seen that for over 2 years now. So, Thorn, you're the next on my list now, boy.
There you have it, wrestling fans. SSW Heavyweight Champion Eric Darkstorm.
Welcome back to Southern States Wrestling. Since forming an alliance in June of 2011, Frank Parker and Scott Sterling have left a long list of victims in the path of their destructive rule-breaking ways. Right now, let's take a look at just some of the damage that they have caused here at Southern States Wrestling.
Wait just a minute, fans. We got Frank the Tank Parker coming in over here. Folks, he's wrapping a chain around his fist. You can see that on your television just as clear as I can. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, my goodness. He just knocked him right in the head, right in the temple with that chain. Folks, I can see Ray Idle, his eyes right before they just shut. He has no idea where he's at. Frank Parker. 1, 2, and 3.
But Scott Sterling's here. Scott Sterling's come in. He's got his shoe, and he just drove it right into the back of Ray Idle's head. Scott Sterling's turned this thing around now. Here comes Scott Sterling of the Big Business Army as Frank Parker, Sterling now. They're all doing a number on Demolition Axe. This is an absolute travesty here. We need to get some help out here. If we could get some help from the...
Wait a minute. Taking a steel chair and driving it in on Steve Flynn. Jake Booth, not really much that he can do. Just one man by himself against three. Wait just a minute. Bringing a chair down across the back of Steve Flynn. They intend to injure him big time. Wait a minute.
And we'll let them say whatever they want to say because nobody cares what they say anyways.
Well, I hope y'all are happy. What are you doing? Oh, come on! Don't you do that! Come on! Frank Parker, what are you doing? Stop that! Oh, my God!
There he goes. Now they have the bat, and they're really doing damage. Hopefully some people are in the back.
He's driving that back right into the base of his spine, Randy. Look at that. That's about the fourth shot right to the base of his spine.
Absolutely. Both have backbones in the house. Here comes Jake. Here comes other help in here trying to get him out of here. This is a terrible. Beau James is hurt. He's hurt bad. Vance down.
This is absolutely uncalled for here. Scott Sterling, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, we know it's not a family member because we put the rest of them out. Cousins, uncles, nephews, brothers, sisters. Who they're going to bring in? Roy. Bring in Mama Faye. It's not going to be a family member because there is no more family left. We've done crippled them all. We've done crippled them, Joe. If they want to bring in a friend, bring in a friend. Is that what you want to do to your friend? You want to end up them being crippled too? Then bring your friend on in because we don't care.
Frank Parker, I know you enjoy breaking bones, especially after what you've done to Beau James.
Beau James! You know, I've got something that belongs to you, something that's very special to you, but it's mine now. Jake Booth, you want to go out, get yourself a partner? Can't be Uncle Beau. Can't be a family member like Scott said. We've done got rid of all of them. Go see who you can round up. Go find some stupid idiot that's willing to step in the ring with us, and they will get the same thing Uncle Beau got. I took this from him. What am I going to take from you, Jake? We'll find out. It's very, very soon.
Before we go to break, I want to give a special thank you to everybody who came out to the TNA event in Bristol that SSW promoted. It was a big, awesome fundraiser for Vance Middle School. Also, a special shout out to our fan of the week, Chesney from Kingsport, Tennessee. She lists Misty James as her favorite wrestler. Misty James wanted to make sure that we mentioned her on this week's program. Speaking of Misty James, she'll be right here when we come back from break to give us an update on how her husband Beau James is doing. So be sure to come back for that. Attention Mountain Empire. Do you have a business, website, products, or an event to promote? Let us help you reach the masses with TV and internet ads. For just a few dollars a week, we offer commercial spots on Southern States Wrestling, reaching over 150,000 homes in the Mountain Empire and the world with YouTube. Don't wait. Jump on this opportunity now to reach a large audience for an affordable price. Email sswking@aol.com for all the info. Advertising packages you cannot afford to pass up.
Has your computer been slowing down? Are you having problems with email? Or when you go to the internet, is it taking so long to load that it seems like the worldwide wait? I'm Luke Ford, CEO of My Computer Works. We help people just like you. With one easy call, our friendly US-based technicians will connect directly to your computer and fix the problem for you. Think about it. No strange computer geeks coming into your home, and no more lugging your PC into one of those fixing.
Another big night of national TV stars comes to the Tri-Cities on Saturday night, March 1st, when Spike TV's TNA Impact Wrestling returns to Freedom Hall. The fourth and final Ted Allen Memorial will be held Saturday, February 8th at 7 p.m. in Bayfront Middle School in Villa Rica, Georgia, featuring stars and legends from across the southeastern United States. Friday night, February 21st, will be the Southern States Wrestling 23rd Anniversary Spectacular. Linview Community Center in Kingsport, Tennessee, we're coming your way. Stay tuned as we start announcing matches next week. Again, that's Friday night, February 21st, is the Southern States Wrestling 23rd Anniversary Spectacular at the Linview Community Center in Kingsport, Tennessee. Be there!
Follows it up with a hard right hand and an elbow smash right to the top of the skull. As DeAndre Jackson now setting up that steel folding chair. He's got Lukas in the chair now. A lot of ways this could go as DeAndre hits ropes and a big dump right there. And it surprised me he didn't go fall back around that chair, but he caught him with such impact that he's slow. The elbow from the chair, very impressive. And I think he might have it. No, just a guy to tell. The guy's tough. Lukas Angel, no doubt he is a tough competitor. Really disappointed in him as an individual, especially since he associated himself with Kyle Cool. And, of course, Kyle Cool got himself suspended because of that handcuff attack that they perpetrated on Ray Idol last month. So we don't have to worry about Mr. Cool being involved in this matchup. Fans, we're glad you tuned in and checking out Southern States Wrestling, no matter where you may be joining us from. As this grudge match here continues on, DeAndre Jackson making his way back into the ring. This definitely isn't a clean, scientific wrestling match. It's just a dirty, downright fight, Randy.
It's back to the basics of what professional wrestling is about settling grudges, settling disputes, and that's what's going on here. And a count of 1, a count of 2, and that's all he could do. 2 count, and he gets out of it.
DeAndre seeming a little frustrated here. He apparently thought he had him down better than that. We are at the 5-minute mark in the contest. Lukas Angel just caught DeAndre right there with a short right hand and a second quick right hand as DeAndre is in trouble hanging onto those ropes. Lukas Angel now starting to put the boots to him a bit. Got that foot right across the throat, choking him out. Referee can't really do much about it. He's there to count a pinfall or a submission, as this is Street Fight rules. 2 count only. DeAndre right out of there, Randy.
Absolutely. It's been back and forth, hasn't it? It's been a total fight, bad blood from both sides. I thought earlier Lukas had the momentum. The momentum has switched back and forth 4 or 5 different times, and here we go again. Just a brutal, brutal fight. Not a wrestling match. Wasn't meant to be a wrestling match. It's a Spartanburg street fight, and tons of punishment by both guys and received by both guys. It's been brutal, Joe.
It has been, as both of them been bringing it. Lukas a cover, and 2 count only as DeAndre's into the ropes right there. I tell you what, Christmas night, Star Wars 2013, and there's going to be another big fight, street fight, no holds barred, non-sanctioned event later on tonight. Beau James will be taking on Frank the Tank Parker in a non-sanctioned, lights-out, basically, matchup. Special guest referee will be WWE Hall of Famer, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, or Handsome Jimmy, depending on what part of the country you're from. But Lukas here, taking it to DeAndre, several shots now, and with a big boot as well. Oh, DeAndre looked like he's going to the claw hold. I haven't seen that one utilized in a long time, Randy Hales, but as you well know, that can be highly, highly effective.
Of course, Ben Von Raschke was a master of it. Von Erichs was a master of the claw hold. Matt could help us with other guys that Ox Baker, and of course, a lot of people master that, but he was able to break through. So this continues, this wild battle.
Lukas Angel now, he looks like he just put some brass knucks on his left hand there. Yeah, he did. He sure did. He just used them on DeAndre. Street fight rules, though, perfectly legal. Lukas slow to make that cover. Slow to make that cover. Arrogant cover, and it cost him. DeAndre's rolled him up, and he got him right there.
He got him. Great win when he looked like he was in a lot of trouble. He got nailed by that, and a great win.
Hello wrestling fans, it's your friend here, Misty James. I'd like to give you a quick update on my husband, Beau James. As everyone knew about the injury that occurred Christmas night, Beau James was in the hospital Monday having back surgery. The doctor came in, he told us that it was worse than what he thought, and the procedure took a little bit longer than what he expected. Now, I just want to thank everyone for sending in all the well wishes and the prayers as well. If you would like to send Beau a personal message, make sure you go over to kingofkingsport.com. And while you're over there, make sure you check out his books and the DVDs as well. Now this message right here is for Frank Parker and Scott Sterling. The doctor told Beau to stay out of the ring for a year. Beau's telling me 6 months. So just go ahead and laugh it up on what you did to him. Because in a year, maybe 6 months, maybe in a couple of weeks, whenever you step out of your house, whenever you step out of the building, somewhere, someday, you guys are going to pay.
On next week's program, we're going to see a special look on up-and-coming star Chris Miles. Jake Booth will visit us. You're going to get to see another rarity on television, and that is a battle royal. You don't want to miss that. Also going to have some big news about SSW's return to Kingsport. So until next week, stay classy, Mountain Empire.